Hello, hello, and welcome to day number 3 of Black Friday deals. So we do have a couple new deals today, but basically what we're doing is we're going live, or I'm going live every single day because all the different wallet brands are releasing their sales on different days. Um, so what I'm doing is I'm sharing all those sales with you here on a daily basis. And one thing I want to note is, first off, all the links to these deals are in the description of this live stream. Additionally, the links in the description, some of them are going to offer you better deals than you'll find on the website. Like, for example, someone commented that the Arrow wallet is only 20% off. Well, if you use the link in the description, you get the 30% off. So, yeah, that's just one example. But there are a couple other wallets where you are getting the best deal through our channel because of the relationship that we have with these wallets. And if you don't see a wallet or brand in today's live stream, that's just because the brand hasn't released their deal yet. So let's get right into it. Welcome to day 3. I will cover all the past deals as well. Not that those deals are over. And if you're wondering, most of these deals are going into the first week of December. So anywhere between like December 2nd and December 8th for almost all of these deals. So the first one that we mentioned is Rider One. This is a new wallet brand that's very similar to Tangem, except it has a screen, but it is a mobile-only NFC wallet like Tangem. So you approve the transaction on the physical Rider One device, and then you just scan it to your phone, and it approves the transaction. So the main difference between Tangem and this one, obviously, is the on-screen, is the screen on the device. Also, it's something I forgot to mention, all the wallets that we're talking about in this live stream, I've linked my review in the description as well if you want to learn more about them. As far as the seed phrase go, Rider is unique in that it splits your seed phrase up into multiple encrypted shares. So when you create the seed phrase, when you create the seed phrase originally, one piece is sent to the Rider One device, and then the other piece is sent to the Rider recovery tag, which comes with the wallet. And then another encrypted piece is sent to the cloud on your phone, which is still secure because, again, it's only a piece of your seed phrase and it's also encrypted. You can't do anything with a piece of the seed phrase. You need all the pieces to access the wallet. And then this wallet is IP67 rated, fully wireless. You can use it on the go. You can use it at home. Doesn't really matter where you are. And it does have a secure element chip, which is the industry standard to prevent against physical brute force attacks. And it comes with a free wireless charger as well. Since there's no ports or anything on this wallet, you have to charge it using the wireless charger. Normally it's $249. The deal is $174, so you're saving about $75, which is a really solid deal. Yesterday, Trezor announced, announced their Black Friday deal, which is an awesome deal. They have the Safe 3, which is their entry-level wallet. Safe 3 has an EAL6 Plus secure element chip, which is the highest level security chip you can get in a hardware wallet. It's 100% open source, like all Trezor wallets. It is button operated, so it only has the 2 buttons for navigating the entire device. And it doesn't have a battery, like most Trezor wallets. Normally it's $79, but with the 40% off sale, it's only $49, making it one of the most affordable wallets on this list, which is super crazy. And then you have the Safe 5, which is now Trezor's entry-level touchscreen wallet. It also has that same EAL6 Plus secure element chip. It's 100% open source, except this one has a Gorilla Glass touchscreen with haptic feedback. So it is scratch and damage proof, essentially. And just like the Safe 3, it doesn't have a battery either. But everything you do it's a little easier because you can confirm everything with the touchscreen versus the 2 buttons on the Safe 3. Normally it's $169. It's $101 right now for Black Friday. Then we have the highly anticipated Trezor Safe 3, which is my personal favorite wallet that launched this year, I think. It's Trezor's first ever wireless hardware wallet, meaning it has Bluetooth, It has a battery. You can set it up and use it on your phone or your computer, whatever you choose. Um, and it has a LiFePO 4 battery, which is a lot more durable battery than the standard lithium ion batteries. As far as the Bluetooth goes, it's an encrypted Bluetooth connection, so it is safe to use, with your phone. The cool thing about the Safe 7, unlike all the Ledger wallets, is you can actually use the Bluetooth to connect to your computer as well. And again, you can do everything through the mobile app that you can do on the desktop app. So you can set up the wallet, you can update the firmware, you can obviously manage all your crypto. So it is a true all-in-one wallet. Also, the Safe 7 is the first Trezor wallet to use two open source secure element chips. One is an Infineon chip, which is the same one that's used in the Safe 3 and Safe 5. The other one is an in-house chip that Satoshi Labs, which is the creator of Trezor wallets, they designed themselves. And it's the first ever fully auditable and open source secure chip used in a wallet. And then one of the main selling points of the Safe 7 is that it is quantum ready, which isn't the same as quantum proof. There's no such thing as a quantum proof wallet, but quantum ready means it's already using post quantum cryptography. There is already some post quantum code, and they've already implemented that into two parts of the wallet. And basically all that means is if networks like Bitcoin or Ethereum ever do release a post quantum update, the Trezor Safe 7 will be able to implement it a lot easier through a simple firmware update versus other wallets where it might not be as simple or maybe even impossible, depending. But yeah, the Safe 7 is also, the screen is about 62% bigger than the Safe, than the Safe 5. So this is a Safe 7. And this is a Safe 5. It's going to focus, maybe not. But you can see it is quite larger. It also has one of the brightest touchscreens on the market at 700 nits of brightness. And you can see the buttons nice and big. So yeah, definitely my favorite Trezor wallet that's ever been released. And then it has a reinforced glass back. So this glass is actually layers of liquid metal and glass, multiple layers, so that it doesn't interfere with any of the wireless stuff going on there. And this wallet, again, its original price $249. The deal for Black Friday is that you get the free wireless charger with it as well. And there's three colors to choose from. There's the charcoal black that I just showed you. There's also an obsidian green, and then the Bitcoin orange, which is the Bitcoin orange. It's a Bitcoin only wallet, the orange one. So yesterday, Keystone announced their Black Friday sale. Keystone is one of the most popular and well-known air-gapped wallets in the space. It's 20% off, plus you get a free carrying case for the wallet. Keystone is 100% open source. It's also one of the only wallets that uses 3 secure element chips. And the reason it uses 3 chips is because it allows you to manage and store 3 different seed phrases in the one wallet, whereas most wallets only allow you to manage 1. It also has a biometric fingerprint scanner on the back. Looks like this is the scanner right here, and then it has the camera for scanning QR codes since it is air gapped, of course. This is a custom one that I had made, which is pretty cool. But yeah, completely air gapped. You can also use it in USB mode if you want to. You can enable the USB in the settings of the wallet. And Keystone did, within the last few months, they came out with their own app. So you don't have to use third-party apps like MetaMask or Rabby if you don't want to. You can use the Keystone Nexus app if you prefer to do that. Makes things a little easier. So normally it's $149, but right now it's $119, plus you get the free case. Now here is the new deal today. This is a brand new wallet. Headquartered, Era is headquartered in I think in Dubai. And this is probably my favorite air-gap wallet now, even more so than Keystone. It is 100% air-gapped. At least the transaction signing is 100% air-gapped. The crazy thing with the Era wallet, and one of my favorite features, is you can manage 10 different seed phrases in this one wallet. So you can literally have 10 seed phrases or 10 different wallets all in this one device. It is also completely water and dust proof. And it includes 3 recovery cards, similar to Ledger's new recovery card. It comes with 3 recovery cards that are all pin protected with a secure element chip that stores your seed phrase if you want to use them. You still get to know your seed phrase as well. You could still write it down. But it also comes with the recovery cards, which makes recovering and gaining access to your Arrow wallet a lot quicker and easier. Another thing about this wallet that is unique that only a few wallets on the market offer, Engrave is one example, which is like one of the most expensive wallets on the market. And then another one is BC Vault. But that is 5 levels of entropy. And entropy is basically how your seed phrase is chosen. With most wallets, there is 1 level of entropy. Most wallets use a TRNG, or true random number generator, inside the secure element chip to generate a truly random seed phrase. What Era has done, though, is it actually allows the user to help be a part of that process. And it does that by, during the setup process, you swipe your finger on the screen in a bunch of crazy directions. And then you literally shake the device. And then after you do that, you use the camera and you just like scan around the room or on your desk or whatever. And that's 3 parts of the entropy. And then there's a true random number generator inside the secure chip that's used, as well as another one inside the microcontroller unit that is used. And this doesn't necessarily mean that it creates a more secure seed phrase or a more random seed phrase. It just means that if one of these entropy methods were ever compromised, it wouldn't compromise the randomness of your seed phrase. So it's just redundancy, really. But yeah, it also has an e-ink touchscreen, which is, in my opinion, a lot better than Ledger's e-ink touchscreen. It's a lot quicker. And this is kind of what it looks like. It's got nice large buttons here. Also, this wallet has a light for the screen. So unlike Ledger that you can't use in the dark, this one actually has a light. So you can use it in the dark if you needed to do that. It also has haptic feedback, which Ledger doesn't have. But yeah, I mean, as new as this wallet is, I think there's a lot of potential. The coin support isn't great, but is decent. And it also uses NFC. So it uses QR codes and is air gap for transactions, but to do the firmware updates and the setup process, it's all done with your phone and the Era app using near field communication similar to Tangem. So it really is a unique wallet. There's nothing else like it on the market right now. And what is their deal? They're doing 30% off. Usually it's $226. The deal is $163. If you go to the website using the link in the description, you're going to see that it only says 20% off, and then it'll say it's $180. Once you add it to your cart and go to checkout, it'll apply the channel's additional discount, bringing it down to $163. Just a heads up. Now, okay, disclaimer before I get into this sale. Decent biometric wallet. It's a very popular hardware wallet, and it's not one that I've ever recommended here on the channel. And I will be transparent and tell you that it's still not one that I recommend. And the only reason I don't recommend it is because it is 100% closed source, which means there's no way that anyone outside of their company can verify that any of the claims they make about this wallet are true. And closed source, there's an argument for closed source code being good. There's an argument for it being bad. The argument for it being bad is if this wallet had any backdoors, no one would know about it except for the company. The reason this is good is because since everything is closed source, hackers and bad actors can't exploit any vulnerabilities in the software, in the device, if there are any. But then you have to trust that there aren't any bad actors working at the company or the company itself, right? So that said, this isn't a wallet I recommend, but I know a lot of people like it, and I'm not going to stop people from using it if this is what they want to use. But I'll just be very upfront and transparent and say this is not a wallet that I use. I do own one, just to be clear. I've set it up. I've never really stored crypto on it, but this is what it looks like in hand. It does have a biometric fingerprint scanner for transactions, which you, again, use to approve transactions. It has an EAL5 plus secure element chip. It also uses encrypted Bluetooth. That's how you connect to the Decent mobile app. And then, like most wallets, it has a firmware authentication check during setup to verify that you're using authentic Decent firmware. And it does have good coin support at over 85 different blockchain networks, which is about the equivalent of how many Tangem supports. So yeah, I know a lot of people like it. I know, interesting. I know there is a desire for it, and that's why I'm sharing it with you. Normally it's $159. Their deal right now is for $109. So yeah. And let me do something real quick because I missed one slide that I need to add. So let me just add that here so we can go over it. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, and if you have any questions about anything, it doesn't have to be anything that we're covering in this live stream. If you just have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to drop them in the chat, and I'll do my best to answer them. So where were we? Decent biometric wallet, 30% off. If you want to learn more about it, links in the description. Again, not a wallet that I recommend though. Then the last thing that we have, so today is actually Amazon Black Friday week. So Amazon's Black Friday started today. Now, of course, I never recommend ordering your hardware wallet from any third-party website, including Amazon, because it's always best and safest to order directly from the manufacturer. However, that doesn't mean that there aren't some deals for non-hardware wallet stuff that you can take advantage of on Amazon. And the link in the description will take you to Amazon. And I've already searched and filtered by Black Friday deals, specifically for metal seed phrase plates. And from what I looked at, they ranged anywhere from about 10 to 30% off. But obviously, if you're serious about securing your seed phrase and holding your crypto long-term, keeping your seed phrase on a piece of paper is not a long-term storage option. It's also, in my opinion, very irresponsible because, paper is just not, is not a long-term storage method. So I do recommend getting a metal seed phrase plate. I have a bunch of different ones. I say the one I use or that I own the most of is I own several Keystone plates. So they have a 24-word version and then a 12-word. The 24-word one is the Keystone Tablet Plus, and then the 12-word version is Keystone Tablet. And this one comes with pre-cut metal letters that you place inside, and you can kind of see it on the slide here. And it also comes with screws and the screwdriver. It's 304 stainless steel, so it is fireproof, waterproof, and corrosion resistant. But if you don't like stainless steel, again, on Amazon, there are other options. They have titanium options, and they have different ones that work for 12 and 24-word seed phrases. And not all of them will come with metal cutout letters. Some of them you'll have to actually engrave the seed phrase using an engraving tool. Some wallets come with the engraving tool, some of them don't. And then there's also like these little capsules that you can buy as well that come with little metal letters as well. So there's lots of different options, but I've linked to all the options down in the description, filtered it out for you so you can take advantage of these deals. And yeah, that's about it. What is today? Thursday? And it looks like I need to plug my computer in. So yeah, those are the deals for today. If you're still waiting on, whatever brand it may be, Tangem, Ledger, those are coming soon. And you'll be the first to know about it here on the channel. But this is what we're working with so far. So yeah, that's what we got. But I'd say the main highlight for today is this deal from Arrow Wallet. Really cool wallet. And assuming it supports all the cryptocurrencies that you that you plan to secure, I think it is a wallet worth trying if you are looking for a new wallet, just because of its features like the 10 seed phrase option. It is water and dust proof, which is cool. It comes with the recovery cards. You really get a lot for the price. So yeah, I think that is a good deal. Also, the Trezor Safe 7 is a no-brainer if you're looking for a reputable wallet. I don't know how many of you know, but Trezor is the company, Satoshi Labs specifically, who created hardware wallets. The Trezor Model 1 was I believe, the first ever hardware wallet. And they've been around since 2013. They also are the ones who created the seed phrase, the BIP39 seed phrase that we all use. Trezor created that. So they are the OGs in the space. And the Trezor Safe 7 is by far, in my opinion, and in my experience from testing all their wallets, is their best wallet yet. And I mean, this is, it's a fair price at $250. I'd say that's about middle tier pricing now for hardware wallets, because we have some crazy wallets that go up past $400, like the Ledger Stacks, the Engrave Zero, the Lattice. So $250 is mid-range, and you're getting a lot for $250. So yeah, I'm going to jump over to the live Q&A here. See if we have any questions, comments, concerns, anything crypto or security related, or whatever. Let's just chat it up. It's Thursday morning where I am, so it's a good day. I got my day started a little late today at about, oh wait, no, I didn't, never mind. I actually woke up at around 2:30 a.m. today. Not on purpose, but I went to bed early, and when you go to bed early, that's what happens, is you get to wake up early. As far as what time I went to bed, I probably went to bed at like 9:30. So that's a good, what is that? Good 5 hours of sleep. That's solid for me. Anything past like 7 hours for me, it's not a good look. My back hurts when I wake up. I actually like to sleep on the floor. It's a big hack if you've got like back problems. Sleep on the floor. Don't use like a super thick pillow. Use a thinner pillow. Maybe not the best for side sleepers, but if you're like a stomach or a back sleeper, sleeping on the floor has been great for me. Scott says, great content. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate that. Brian, it's not related to cold wallets, but TradingView, excuse me, has Black Friday deals. I know a lot of people use it. FYI, thank you for sharing that. I've never tried TradingView, but if you are a fan of TradingView, I guess they are having Black Friday deals. James, hopefully I already answered this for you. You said Arrow Wallet's 20% off, not 30, but it is 30% off. Again, once you go to their website using the link in the description, it'll say it's 20% off. Once you add it to your cart and actually go to checkout, my discount will be applied at that point, and it will be the full 30% off, giving you a really good discount. Yeah, just answered that. Scott is thinking about getting the Ledger Stacks. Thoughts? Any deals on that? Again, Ledger is having their Black Friday sale. I can't say when for sure, but I'll say it is very soon, obviously, because Black Friday is approaching quickly, and most companies start their sales before Black Friday. So again, if you're waiting for Ledger or Tangem Black Friday sales, just hold tight, because they are coming, and you'll be the first to hear about it here on the channel, and you'll also get the best deals from this channel. As far as the Ledger Stacks and my thoughts on it, so I own every single Ledger wallet. I've got the Stacks, I've got 3 Ledger Flexes, and then I also have the brand new Ledger Nano Gen 5. So all these wallets right here, all different price points, they all work exactly the same. Just want to make that clear. So obviously, the Stacks has the largest screen. It's also it's the first ever curved e-ink touchscreen. So it does wrap around the side, and it is a larger screen. But when it comes to usability, they all work pretty much the same. So then it just comes down to build quality. The Stacks, you get the wireless charging. It stacks together, and then it has the large e-ink touchscreen, which is the first ever plastic curved e-ink screen. And then you have the Ledger Flex, which is a glass e-ink screen with a slightly smaller screen, and then it has an aluminum shell, basically, which is pretty cool. And then you have the Ledger Nano Gen 5, which is their latest wallet, which is basically like a cheaper version of the Ledger Flex. It uses an e-ink touchscreen as well, but this body is all plastic and it doesn't have any magnets in it for stacking together like you can do with the Ledger Flex, which I don't think anyone cares about, honestly, unless you have multiple Ledger Flexes like I do. So you can actually stack them and they'll hold together. But it does have a magnet in it if you're using the portfolio case that they offer, which is a protective case for the wallet. But if you're set on the stacks, then obviously it's a good wallet. It's going to secure your crypto. If you just want the functionality of the stacks, but you want to save some money, then consider going with the Ledger Flex or even the Ledger Nano Gen 5. But wait and see what the Black Friday deals are, because that could also sway you in one direction or another, depending on what they offer. Let's see. I ordered the Ledger Nano on 11/11. I have not received it yet. How long should I wait till I contact Ledger? Thanks. It really depends on where you live, because like if they're shipping, if it's coming internationally, then it could take quite a while. 11 to even upwards of 21 days isn't uncommon, especially this time of year. The mail system gets extremely busy. Things can get stuck at customs. If it's even shipped yet, they're also probably just slammed with orders themselves. But you can reach out whenever you want. There's no set time that you should wait to reach out, in my opinion. I mean, obviously, if it's been like a day or two, you probably, might not want to reach out, just because you got to be a little patient. But it's been 9 days. So, I mean, it's not going to hurt to reach out. James, you're welcome for the update on Era. Hopefully that made sense, but I did test the link and made sure that all the discounts work. So Ninja says, how often do hardware wallets get firmware updates? Well, that's very hardware wallet dependent. So it just depends on the company, right? Ledger, Trezor, Keystone, whatever it may be, they all update hardware wallets more frequently or not than others. So it really just depends. But I would say in general, as a user, you should try to update your wallet. If you don't use it a lot, you should try to check for firmware updates at least every 3 months. And the reason you want to do that for security and usability purposes, but also some people will literally wait like 3 years, and then they'll go use their wallet because crypto is crashing or it soars super high, and they want to go and sell some of their crypto. They go to use their wallet, and they have 3 years worth of firmware updates to do. So they just have like a backlog of firmware updates, which can be a huge pain in the butt. So yeah, I would say, try to look for updates at least every 3 months. That said, there are wallets that don't have firmware updates, like the Tangem wallet being the main one. There's no firmware updates with Tangem. The only thing you have to update is the app on your phone, which, I mean, is super easy to do. Everyone knows how to update their phone apps, or you can even turn your phone on automatic updates, so it updates it automatically. But if you are like truly worried about firmware updates, then consider something like Tangem that doesn't require firmware updates, right? Justin Walker says, hey, Skrilla, can you recommend to Tangem an ability to see unrealized gains in the app? So that's not a feature that really any hardware wallet offers, because you have to understand what that would require from the user. To see profit and loss with your crypto, you would have to actually connect your crypto exchange account, and basically any accounts where you've ever bought crypto, you'd have to connect those with your wallet addresses, and that's what crypto tax software does. You basically have to have any wallet addresses that you've ever interacted with since you came in ownership of that crypto. You'd have to all connect that. So it's not a very seamless process. It would require a lot from the user, which is probably why all cold wallets don't have this feature. You have to use a separate portfolio tracker to see that. So something like coinledger.io, which is what I use to do my crypto taxes, they also have a free portfolio tracker on there where you can connect your crypto exchange account and then just enter your wallet's receiving address. And with those two things, you have how much you originally bought the crypto for, and then where its current price is at now sitting in your cold wallet, which are the two requirements to know your profit and loss and unrealized gains. And it breaks it all down for you in that portfolio tracker. So yeah, for now you have to use some kind of third-party solution. Again, I use coinledger.io. So yeah. Survivor History says, when will Ledger's Black Friday start? I can't tell you when it will start. All I can say is that it will start soon, and it's not going to start today. So I can say that. Have ordered the Rider 1 finally after the 30% deal. Can't wait. Awesome. Super cool. Super cool. Yeah, Rider 1, they've been working on their wallet for several years, and they just shipped it earlier. I think it's like January 2025 is when they first started shipping their first batch of units. And it's a really solid wallet already. The only thing I will say about Rider 1 is where it could be better and what they're obviously working on is they need more coin support, because currently they only support a few blockchain networks. And once they get more blockchain networks implemented, which will all be implemented through a simple firmware update, I think it'll be a top competitor in the hardware wallet space because of how easy it is to set up and use, similar to Tangem, except you have a screen, right? So yeah, I'm glad you took advantage of that deal. Ninja says, okay, thank you for your information. Absolutely happy to help. Christian says, do you think Trezor Keep Metal or Keystone Tablet Plus is better for safety? I don't know what you mean by better for safety necessarily. They're both just like solid chunks of metal. I will say I own both. I have a Keep the Keep Metal, and obviously I have the Keystone plate right here. I will say like viewing your seed phrase on this, which I can't open it because this one has a seed phrase. I don't think this is my actual. Yeah, I use this one for a video, so I can show you this though. But it is a lot easier to actually view your seed phrase because you just put the numbers in right here. So if you ever want to access your seed phrase, it's super easy to see them all and it's all numbered. Whereas with the Keep Metal, it's in a cylinder and it's really hard to look at all the words because it's like in this big twisted cylinder and you kind of have to like scroll through the tabs and stuff. Excuse me, which could be a good or a bad thing, right? It makes it more difficult for other people to see. It's also a pain in the butt when you're just trying to look at your seed phrase and you can't. But both are going to be safe options. Both will, are a huge step up from paper, obviously. And I think both will literally last a lifetime, especially if it's just sitting around and it's secured in a safe or wherever your safety spot is. I mean, it's solid metal. They're both going to last a long time. But yeah, one thing, like this big hole in the keystone, this is for a padlock. If you wanted to, put a padlock through here, obviously it's not going to keep someone out who's really motivated to get in there, but just like some average person who's like, what the heck is this thing? It's going to keep them out. So that is an option with the Keystone tablet as well. But ultimately, I don't think you can go wrong with either one. Just choose whichever one you think will work better for you and go with that. Because ultimately, your goal is to get your seed phrase off a piece of paper and into a solid piece of metal. Survivor History says, thank you, Cyber. Love your channel since 2023. Well, thank you. That means you're an OG because this channel is only technically 3 years old, but it took me a while to really get going on it. So thanks for being an OG subscriber and viewer. I appreciate you. Justin Walker, great content, by the way. Go Tangem. Absolutely. Thank you, Justin. So yeah, definitely drop any comments, concerns, questions about anything crypto, hardware wallet related, or let's just chat. It's early in the morning here. Curious what everyone's up to. Are you guys working right now? Are you heading to work? Do you have the day off? Maybe you're at the gym. Maybe you're sitting in the sauna. I don't know. And I always forget every single time. I forget to drop the deal over on Twitter. So I got to go. Shout out to everyone watching over on X. But I always forget to post the deals on X. So let me do that in the comments real quick. If you are watching on X, I'm going to post the deals in the comments section here of the live stream so you can check them out. Let's see here. I'm sure that X algorithm hates my posts because they have so many links in them. They're like, we're not letting you leave the platform. You have to stay on here. That's okay, though. That's all right. Okay, all the deals are officially posted over on X if you're watching on X, aka Twitter. And if you're just joining, I'll take you back through the deals super quickly here. And just remember, this is only day 3 of the Black Friday deals. We have more deals coming out tomorrow. I'm super excited for tomorrow. And even into next week, we have deals that are continuing to come out. So again, it's not like all these guys are coming out with their deals at the same time. That's why I'm going live every day, bringing you the best deals possible. And again, the links in the description of all these live streams. Some of those links will get you better deals than the normal Black Friday sale that these brands are offering, because I do my best to get you guys as much value and savings as possible. And so some brands are willing to work with me more on the savings part, which is cool. That's why I say you won't find these deals anywhere else, because some of them you really won't. But I'll go through these super quick. I won't get too much into the wallets, but if you want to see the deals, Rider One, which is a new wallet, works similar to Tangem, except it has a screen. It is an NFC mobile wallet. It's currently 30% off. It's usually $249. It's only $174 right now. Also, the reviews, my hands-on reviews to all these wallets are linked in the description as well. Then we have Trezor wallets. They have an insane deal going on. The Safe 3 is 40% off right now, making it only $49, one of the cheapest wallets on this list, but still a good wallet. I've been using mine for a couple years now. Then the Safe 5 is also 40% off, making it only $101, down from $169, which is also a crazy deal. And that is the touchscreen. It uses Gorilla Glass, has haptic feedback. Both those wallets don't have a battery, so they're mainly computer or desktop wallets, and they have to be plugged in if you want to use them. Then we have the Trezor Safe 7, which is Trezor's newest, and in my opinion, the best wallet that they've ever released. It's the first ever wireless wallet. It uses a LiFePO4 lithium battery, which is more durable, longer lasting than the standard lithium batteries. It is the first ever Trezor wallet that is fully compatible with both your mobile and desktop devices. So you can set it up, update the firmware, and manage all your cryptocurrency from your iOS or Android mobile device using Bluetooth if you want to. You can also use the USB-C cable. You can also use the Bluetooth for your desktop device. So you can connect it to your computer using the Bluetooth as well. And it's a completely encrypted Bluetooth connection. It also uses 2 open source secure element chips. So it's basically double the protection. It is 100% open source, like all Trezor wallets. And it does use, it already uses post-quantum cryptography, which is basically just means, and why they call it quantum ready, is if networks like Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever, come out with post-quantum updates, the idea is that the Trezor Safe 7, since it's already using post-quantum cryptography, will be able to implement those updates a lot easier than other wallets that where it may take longer, or they might not be able to do it at all without releasing a new wallet or a completely new firmware or something. So that's the quantum ready thing right there. As far as the deal is $249, which is the original price, but you get the free wireless charger with it, which that won't always be free. And you can charge it on the wireless charger or with the included USB-C cable. What else was I going to say about this one? Oh yeah, there's 3 colors. There is the charcoal black, which is the one that I have. Looks like this. This is the charcoal black. You can see that nice reflective back. It also has the brightest touch screen. It's the brightest screen on the market of any wallet at 700 nits, which is getting close to iPhone territory. You can see the buttons are nice and big as well. Why does that keep happening? There we go. Where were we? And yeah, so it comes in 3 colors, the charcoal black, obsidian green, and Bitcoin orange. Just know that the Bitcoin orange one is a Bitcoin only firmware. So it only lets you manage Bitcoin on the orange one. The green one and the black one are multi-coin wallets, so you can manage all your cryptos on that one. Then we have the Keystone 3 Pro, which is one of the most well-known air-gapped wallets in the space. 100% open source, uses 3 secure element chips so that you can manage and store 3 separate seed phrases. It is an air-gapped wallet if you're into that kind of thing. And it's 20% off right now, plus you get a free carrying case. So it's only $119, down from $150. This is one of the wallets that I'm really excited about. Era is a brand new wallet company. I wouldn't say brand new, but they're one of the newest hardware wallet companies on the market. And this wallet is super sweet. I recently did a review of it. That review's down in the description. It does do 100% air gap transactions. So there's a camera on the back of it for scanning QR codes. The cool thing about this wallet is you can create, manage, and store 10 separate seed phrases, which are all secured by their own PIN or password inside the wallet. So it's basically like having 10 hardware wallets in one. It is also water and dust proof. In my review video, I'm literally like put it in a glass of water and I drink the glass. And then it also comes with 3 recovery cards, which those cards are secured by a secure element chip, and they're also PIN protected. And those cards allow you to safely transfer your seed phrase to them, so that recovering your wallet, if you ever have to do that, is a lot quicker versus having to enter your seed phrase. Of course, it still displays your seed phrase, so you can write it down as well. And then it uses 5 levels of entropy, which is how the seed phrase is generated, which is pretty fun and interactive. You actually you swipe your finger on the screen, which creates randomness. You shake the device, which creates randomness. You move the camera around, which creates randomness. And then the true random number generator inside the secure element and the microcontroller unit all help to create a truly unique seed phrase. Whereas most hardware wallets have one entropy method, which is the true random number generator inside the secure chip. But that deal right now, usually their wallet's $226. It's $163 using the link in the description. If you go to that link, you will notice that it only says 20% off. But once you add the wallet to your cart and go to checkout, it applies the additional 10% discount, bringing it down to $163, which is the channel discount. So that's where that extra deal comes in. Then we have the Decent biometric wallet. Again, disclaimer, this is not a wallet that I recommend using. However, I know a lot of people enjoy using it, and I'm not going to stop people from using it if that's what they want to use. So I may as well show you the deal that they're offering, which is 30% off. So it's usually $159 today, or for their Black Friday, it's $109. But it has the fingerprint scanner in the middle there that you use to approve transactions. It uses an EAL5 plus secure element chip. It uses Bluetooth to connect to the Decent mobile app on your phone. Also has firmware authentication check like most hardware wallets. And it does have really good coin support, supporting over 85 different blockchain networks, which is about on par with Tangem. And if you're wondering the reason I don't recommend this wallet, it's because it's 100% closed source, which means there's no way to verify anything the company says or claims is true because they don't release any of their code to review. So if there were any backdoors or vulnerabilities, we wouldn't know about them. So yeah. And then the last deal that's going on today is Amazon's Black Friday week. So if you go to Amazon, you know, they have a bunch of stuff. But specifically, I've linked in the description, I filtered by specific metal seed phrase plates that are on sale for Black Friday. If you want to check that out, there's a bunch of different options. But all the plates are waterproof, fireproof, and corrosion resistant. They have stainless steel and titanium options. Some of them come with pre-cut metal letters. Some of them you have to engrave yourself. Some come with engraving tools. Some don't. All those are in that one link in the description. And some of them, you definitely want to make sure it supports the seed phrase that you have, whether that's a 12 or 24 word seed phrase. And the reason you need a metal seed phrase plate is because you don't want to keep your seed phrase on a piece of paper. That is irresponsible, and that's not a long-term storage mindset. So those are all the deals right there. Teach me how to Doge again. So this is day 3 of Black Friday deals. Tangem, Ledger, OneKey, they have not announced their Black Friday yet. The minute they announce it, you'll be the first to know here on the channel. But today, it's not happening. No Tangem sale today, no Ledger sale today, no OneKey sale today. So yeah. Survivor History said, order the Trezor Safe 5. Great offer by Trezor. Awesome. Yeah, I'm glad you took advantage of that deal. Only $101 it's a really good deal. Ninja says, if some of my coins in my cold wallet go quantum and my cold wallet wouldn't be quantum, would the quantum coins and transfers still work on my non-quantum cold wallet? I mean, this is all theoretically speaking, but no, the wallet would need to be upgraded to support those coins. Like if a blockchain network upgraded and the wallet wasn't able to implement that upgrade, if that's how it worked, then you wouldn't be able to basically access or manage those coins. No. Eric says, Alex, you have lived previous crypto cycles. What's your feeling about this one? I asked because I'm a newbie as of as of October this year. I'm currently in HODL mode for a very long run. Yeah, I mean, excuse me. I think because we've seen a couple bull runs recently, like 2021 was the NFT bull run. And I think a lot of people learned from that bull run that 99.9% of all the NFTs that came out were all vaporware. It was all pump and dumps. It was all fake. There's no actual value. And I think people also realized that this year in 2025 with meme coins, there's over 40 million meme coins on the market. So literally over 40 million cryptocurrencies, if you want to call them that. And yeah, most people made absolutely zero money and they lost money. So a lot of people are realizing like most of the coins and projects in their space are really just false promises, roadmaps, and vaporware. They don't actually provide any more, they don't provide value to anyone. So therefore, there's not really any reason that they'll stick around long term other than to just be a quick pump and dump. That said, crypto and blockchain technology is the future. It's here to stay. That's where we're headed. It's not going anywhere. The government is looking to adopt it further and create regulation around it. Lots of companies are already using this technology and have been for years. So I'm bullish in the long run. As far as like where it's headed in the short term, I have no idea, and I'm not going to pretend like I know. So I will say, and it sounds like you're kind of doing it right, like find something you have true conviction in and, bet on it if that's what you want to do and you can afford to do that. Obviously, normal stuff, never invest or gamble more than you're willing to lose. Don't, put your rent money on it or your savings or your emergency fund or your kids' college fund, whatever it is. Don't gamble like that. If you have extra money left over after you paid all your bills and you have your savings account and you would be okay with that going to zero, then that's your choice. You're welcome, Ninja. When is Trezor Safe 7 official release? Their website says coming soon. It's already released. That link in the description of this live stream, you can already buy it right now. It's been released for over a week. They've already started shipping the charcoal black and the Bitcoin orange ones. And then if you buy the Obsidian green one, it tells you on the website it won't ship until December. So they officially released it like a week or two ago. So it's already out. That's why I already have it. I already own it. This is the Trezor Safe 7 right here. I have it in my hand. And a lot of other people already have it too. So it is on the market. It's ready to go if you are looking to order it. Let's see if we have any questions over here on X. Also, Tangem did announce today, unrelated to Black Friday, that Tangem Yield is officially live. So if you watched my Tangem Yield video, a lot of people were, I guess, not impressed with Tangem Yield, which is fine. I don't really care. But if you are interested in using Tangem Yield, it officially launched today. So if you go and update your Tangem app, you will have access to Tangem Yield. And let's see if I can pull up their announcement here. Dun, 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 dun. And I bet if I go. So yeah, Tangent Yield, they just announced this about an hour ago. Your stable coins can now be powered up to use to the max, all while remaining usable. So basically, what Tangent Yield does is it allows you to um, basically, send your crypto, your stable coins over to Aave on Ethereum network. So that would be like Ethereum, Base Network, Polygon, and you can start earning an APY on that crypto. So instead of just holding your stable coins in your wallet, you can actually start earning from it anywhere from like 3 to 10%, I think. But I did post that video, and I even linked it right here um, in the comment section on Tangent's post. But it's on the channel if you want to go watch it and learn how to use yield mode. But they did announce that today. So yeah, that is exciting news. Nick says, what about Tangent? Again, this is only day 3 of the Black Friday deals. Tangent and Ledger and the other brands that I haven't mentioned on the live stream have not announced their Black Friday deal yet. And I can tell you for a fact that Tangent and Ledger Black Friday deals are not happening today. So stay tuned because you'll be the first to know once they are live. Rico, what does Tangent Yield do? Again, I just explained that. It allows you to basically earn yield or earn money for holding stable coins in your Tangent wallet. If you want to learn more about it, go on to my channel, go to the video section, and or just search Tangent Yield on YouTube and watch my video where I go in depth on how it works. Ninja says, would we get a heads up if the blockchain goes quantum so we'd have time to possibly get a quantum ready wallet in time? Would my seed phrase from previous cold wallet work there? I don't know. We don't know until it happens. So I would like to say yes. They'll give you plenty of time. Usually in the past, whenever there's like some kind of fork or something, they'll give you a heads up, but no one knows for sure. And same with the seed phrase. Like seed phrases work today. Will seed phrases be a thing in the future? Maybe not. I don't know. But ultimately, the wallets will have to adapt to this technology. So. Christian says, have the brand said how long the sales last? Yeah, all these sales last into December, the first week of December. So anywhere till December 2nd to December 8th, these sales would be going on for. Yep, absolutely, Ninja. Good questions. And also, like quantum, I mean, there's so many different things about quantum computing, and really no one knows much about quantum computing except for the experts who are in the field working on it. But some experts have predicted quantum computing is anywhere from a couple years out to over 80 years away from being able to compromise the blockchain network or Bitcoin or anything like that. So I think that's why there are companies who are looking into it and actively working on solutions, but I don't think it is an immediate threat. So yeah, that's all that I can say about that. Trainman says, how do you feel about crypto ETFs such as Fidelity? I'm terrified of making a mistake transferring my funds from Coinbase to Cold Wallet. Please help. Personally, like ETFs, in my opinion, defeat the purpose of cryptocurrency, which is to be able to fully control and manage your currency, to essentially be your own bank. An ETF is not that; it's the complete opposite. So yeah, I'm all in on self custody and owning your crypto the right way, which is on the blockchain using a cold wallet. As far as being terrified of making a mistake transferring funds from Coinbase to Cold Wallet, there's nothing to be terrified about, and all your fears are just scenarios that you've made up in your head. That really is nothing to be scared over. I learned all of this stuff myself. I didn't have anyone teach me when I got started, and I've been fine. I haven't made really any mistakes like sending crypto or anything like that. And once you do it a couple times, it's as easy as sending an email. So I think you might be going about it the wrong way. Like if you, let's say you have $1,000 worth of Bitcoin on Coinbase and you want to get it into your wallet, all you need to do is just do a test transactions, send $10 first. Once you do that successfully, you can send the rest. That way it's minimum risk. Also, sending crypto is the same process regardless of where you're sending it from or where you're sending it to. It's extremely simple. You literally copy the receiving address from the receiving wallet, paste it into the platform you're sending from. So Coinbase, you would paste the wallet's receiving address. You type in the amount of crypto you want to send. You hit send. It's that simple. That's why I say it's literally as easy as sending an email, because it is. So I'd say stop being terrified and take action and just do it, and do it at your own pace, right? But just sitting there twiddling your thumbs in fear isn't going to help you. And I say that kindly and respectfully. I'm just saying, like, the only way to do it and get over your fear is to just do it. And like I said, you don't have to send all of your crypto at once. Send a small test transaction first, and that will build up your confidence. And that's what I've been doing the last 6 years. You're welcome, Christian. Picked up some cryptos yesterday. I don't talk about what crypto I own on the channel. So yeah. Let's see. BitKey started their Black Friday sale, $50 off. Will you cover that? Yeah, I didn't know that, honestly, just because I'm not a fan of BitKey. Not really. I have a BitKey wallet. I don't use it. I don't like it. But I'll probably cover it maybe tomorrow, maybe not. But yeah, BitKey's on sale, $50 off if anyone wants a BitKey wallet. Not a wallet that I would personally use or recommend. You should fear Coinbase if they decide to freeze your account for sending too much money. Yeah, I mean, exactly. Fear, get your crypto off exchanges as quickly as possible. That's for sure. And it's not just Coinbase. I mean, Coinbase sucks. Coinbase is garbage and is really a scam company, in my opinion and in my experience. But just to be clear, all crypto exchanges can do the same things that Coinbase does, and they do. All crypto exchanges freeze accounts, freeze your funds. They're all controlled by bots and AI algorithms that can flag your account if you're sending too much crypto, if you're using a VPN, if you're signing in from a different device. Like, there's all things that they use to measure the risk of your account. And that can lead to things like your funds being locked up, your account being frozen, which is why, getting your crypto into Cold Wallet as quickly as possible is one of the best things you can do. And really only use exchanges for what they're intended to be used for, which is buying and selling crypto. Rico says, sorry, didn't know. Yeah, no worries. No worries. I mean, it's not, it's all good. Just for personal reasons and, just for, just for things we don't talk about. Like, if you want to talk about what crypto you own, that's fine. It's not something that I'm going to share, though. What can you say about the Trezor Safe 7? Are there any bugs or any problems? Not that I've experienced so far. The Safe 7 is my favorite wallet Trezor has ever released. I think it's one of the best wallets on the market right now. Will there be bugs eventually? I mean, maybe. There's usually bugs in all tech products. But the cool thing about Trezor is you just fix the bug with a simple firmware update. As far as security, I think Trezor is, again, they're the longest standing cold wallet company. They literally invented hardware wallets. They invented seed phrases. So they are an extremely reputable company, and they actually have a really small team. For being the longest standing hardware wallet company, they have one of the smallest teams. And just watching the interviews of their CTO and the CEO, you could tell that they're very passion driven. Like, they actually care about the crypto space, about the future of crypto and crypto security, whereas other brands might just seem like they are more like business and revenue driven, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But I really feel like Trezor puts their passion first, and I think that is shown especially in the Trezor Safe 7, which they had worked on for years. They had never made a wireless wallet before. It's a completely custom design. I mean, everything about it is completely custom. I think it's a work of art, honestly. I mean, I'm also just a nerd over this stuff, so take what I say with a grain of salt. But um, I think it's a sweet wallet. Yeah, I think it's sweet. One of the reasons I don't like BitKey just because of how the key generation works. BitKey, you don't actually get a seed phrase. It's more like you split your seed phrase into multiple shares, and some of those shares are held by like BitKey servers or something. Something weird like that. I don't even remember because it's been a while since I've looked at it. But I don't like their key generation process. I'm a fan of knowing my seed phrase and holding my seed phrase. Um, so yeah, that's why I don't use it. Also, I'm just not a fan of Bitcoin only wallets. Not to say that Bitcoin only wallets aren't good or that they don't secure your Bitcoin. It's just I hold more than Bitcoin, so I don't really see a reason to use a Bitcoin only wallet for my preference. I just think there's a lot better options out there for crypto wallets, and even for Bitcoin only wallets, I think there are better options. Teach Me How to Doge said, would you recommend the Safe 7 to beginners as their first cold wallet? Um, yes and no. It's really hard to say. Like if you have some like level of tech skills, and yes, absolutely, it's not that hard to figure out. If you're completely if you're not tech savvy at all, then probably not, because some people think that Tangem is even hard to use. If you're someone who thought Tangem was hard to use, then no, I wouldn't recommend the Safe 7. If you thought Tangem was really easy to use, or if you think it's easy to use, then the Safe 7 is a good option. I would put the Safe 7 in terms of usability. I put it right up there with the Ledger Flex. It's really straightforward, and a lot of wallets are, but the Safe 7, it really is straightforward. And I already have a user guide, how to set up the wallet on your phone, how to transfer crypto to it, how to transfer crypto from it, how to navigate Trezor Suite. I have a full hands-on user guide, so that also helps when someone can kind of walk you through and show you how to use it. So the more resources there are, the better and easier it is to use. So I think it can be done. I think it could potentially be a good beginner wallet, yes, especially for people who don't want to use Tangem. I would say the Safe 7 would be one of my next choices after Tangem. Absolutely. And also because you have a lot of options. Like you can set it up on your computer, you can set it up on your phone, you can use it on your computer, you can use it on your phone, you can use it with the USB-C cable, you can use it with Bluetooth. I like wallets that give not like an overwhelming number of options, but options that the users actually find useful. Like maybe not everyone wants to use Bluetooth. That's cool. They can just disable Bluetooth and use the cable, for example. Will the Trezor Safe 7 stop working if the battery dies, or will it work the same as a Trezor Safe 5? Yeah, exactly. It will still work connected to the USB-C cable. So it'll work exactly the same as all the previous Trezor wallets. If the battery were to ultimately die, you'll still be able to use it plugged in. Exactly. And you would still be able to use it with Bluetooth if you wanted to, because you could still power it on. So, but yeah, out of all the wallets that came out this year, the Safe 7, I just think they did a really a killer job with their marketing. Like the video and everything that they released, the Trezor event, which I didn't go to, but I watched their video. It looks absolutely insane. It actually looked like an event that people enjoyed being at. Whereas you see some other crypto conferences, and everyone just sitting there like, waiting for something to happen. The Trezor event actually looked really interactive and fun. I wish I had known about it so I could have gone, but and that's what I'd say when I think Trezor is like a really passionate company in the space, and I think their team is absolutely crushing it, especially for how small they are. I think they're like a team of 10 people or maybe less, um, which is that's a very small team, considering the what Trezor has done when you take into consideration shipping, marketing, packaging, the design, the manufacturing, the coding of the software and everything. I think it's insane. So yeah, Ninja, you are welcome. Let's go check over here on X what's going on. Dun, 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 dun. Nice. But yeah, if no one has any other questions, then feel free to ask anything. AMA time right now. Doesn't even have to be crypto related. I may or may not answer it. Or just let me know what you're doing on this Thursday. Is everyone ready for the holidays? I mean, the holidays is pretty much year round, but really, after October, everyone just gets in that holiday mindset. Things get stressful. So hopefully, you're managing your stress well. Exercise, diet definitely helps with that. But yeah, what's everyone up to on this Thursday afternoon or morning, depending on where you are? Teach Me How to Doge says, how long does a battery last on the Safe 7 full charge, 1 to 2 days? Well, that would really depend on how often you're using it. It's not like a phone where you're sitting on it for 5 hours scrolling YouTube, right? It's a crypto wallet. All you do with it is sign crypto transactions. So if you're just getting on it to sign a couple crypto transactions, it's going to last multiple many days. Like I was messing around with it when I was making the review video, and I had the screen brightness turned all the way up. I had the Bluetooth enabled. I had the haptic feedback turned on, and I was just trying to drain the power as much as possible. And you could sit there and watch the battery drain. Like it would go down every few minutes, a percentage, right? But that's not actually how people use their cold wallet. Really, the only thing you do with your cold wallet is you turn it on, you sign a transaction, and you put it away. So it will probably last, if you're using it normally, it'll probably last several weeks. Rico says, do you think we found the bottom, or you think it's more down to the right? No idea. I think it could go up or it could go down. That's what I think. Ninja says, it's evening here, just chilling and trying to learn about cold wallets. Nice. That sounds pretty chill. That's what I do every day. Try to learn more about cold wallets and share what I learn with everyone here on YouTube. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see where I can go over the slides again, even quicker this time. But yeah, just anyone, if you're just joining, remember this is only day 3 of the Black Friday sales. So we still don't know what Tangem deals are. We still don't know Ledger's Black Friday deals. We still don't know OneKeys. Because all these companies, they don't come out with their Black Friday deals on the same day. It'd be cool if they did, but they don't. So we are still waiting on Tangem, Ledger, and I know for a fact that those deals are not happening today, but you will be the first to know about them once they are released. And you will get the best deal on this channel, even better than what the website might offer, because of the relationship that I've built with these different brands. We get a little extra deals here in our community. So, but as far as what Black Friday deals are going on right now, we've got the Rider One hardware wallet. Usually it's $249. Right now it's $174. Remember, the links to all these deals are in the description of this live stream, along with my review videos for each wallet. Then we have Trezor wallets, the Safe 3, which is Trezor's entry-level wallet. It's only $49, making it one of the most affordable wallets on this list. Insane value. Then you also have the Safe 5, which is down from $169 at only $101, which is absolutely insane. Then we have the Trezor Safe 7, which we've been talking a lot about. It is the original price for the Black Friday sale, but it does come with the free wireless charger. It won't always come with that free wireless charger. So, you're getting a little bonus there. And all 3 colors are available right now. So you got the Bitcoin Orange, which, keep in mind, is the Bitcoin only firmware. Then you have the Obsidian Green, which it looks really good. That's the multi-coin firmware. And then you have the Charcoal Black, which is also the multi-coin firmware. And that's the Safe 7 one that I have. If you want to see it, this is what the Charcoal Black looks like. Nice and sleek. Then we have the Keystone 3 Pro, which is one of the most well-known air gap wallets on the market. Usually $149 is 20% off, and it comes with a free carrying case. And it's only 119 bucks now. Then we have the Arrow wallet. This is the brand that went live today with their Black Friday sale. I'd say this is my current favorite air gap wallet on the market right now. One reason being is not only is it water and dust proof, but it allows you to manage 10 different seed phrases from the one device. So it's technically, it's like having 10 hardware wallets in one device. And it also comes with recovery cards that are pin protected in a secure element chip. That makes recovering your crypto really easily. So instead of having to enter your seed phrase, you can just scan your card using the NFC function. But yeah, super solid wallet. It's usually $226. You get 30% off for $163. And just know, if you go to the website using the link in the description of the live stream, when you land on the website, you'll see it only says 20% off, and it'll be like $180. Once you add it to your cart and go to checkout, then it will take the additional 10% off that you get for being a part of this channel, and you'll get the full 30% off at checkout. So just a heads up with that. Then we have the Decent Biometric Wallet. Disclaimer that I've been telling everyone, this is not a wallet that I recommend or even use. Yes, I own one. No, I don't use it. Why I don't use it? Because it's 100% closed source. There's no way to verify or confirm anything that the company claims is true. And they don't have any plans to open source. I've talked to them, and they don't plan to open source anything in the future. So that's the reason I don't recommend it. However, I do know a lot of people enjoy Decent, and they like the usability of it, and you can approve your transactions with your fingerprint. So I'm not going to, not offer this deal just because I don't like the wallet, but I do want to make that clear that this is not a wallet that I've ever recommended on the channel. But yeah, it's usually 159 bucks. You can get it for $109. And then Amazon just started their Black Friday week. So I've filtered metal seed phrase plates that have the Black Friday deal applied to them on Amazon. That link is in the description as well. But there's a bunch of different options that you can choose from. There's stainless steel seed phrase plates, which is what I use. Then there are some titanium options. Some of them come with metal letters that you place inside, kind of like the one here on the screen. Or some of them you have to engrave yourself. This is the Keystone tablet. Let's see if this will focus. So this is just an example of what it looks like, and then it comes with a bunch of metal letters that you just put into here to make your seed phrase. And of course, all of these are fireproof, waterproof, corrosion resistant, and obviously 100 million times better than storing your seed phrase on a piece of paper. If you're actually serious about keeping your seed phrase safe, you should have it in metal, not on paper. Let's see. Got to find where I was in the chat here. After I check this. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Where are we here? Okay. Let's see. Rico says, you excited for November 22nd? I'm excited for every day of my life, but I don't. Is there something specific on November 22nd? I guess I don't know what's going on. Maybe some cryptocurrency. I'm not going to bring that up on screen just because I'm not going to shill coins for you on the channel. Dapane said, do you recommend the Keystone Tablet Plus as the best to store your cryptocurrency seed phrase? I mean, I have 4 Keystone tablets. That's what I use the most. I also have the Trezor Keep, metal capsule. I just like the Keystone tablet because of how easy it is to view my seed phrase, and it comes with the pre-cut metal letters. Whereas something like the capsule, it's a lot harder to view your seed phrase because it's in a cylinder and there are little tabs. So I just personally like it all lined out for me like this. Now there's an argument that, you know, would make it harder for someone else to see if you got one of the other options. But yeah, I don't think it's the best. I mean, it's the one that I like to use the most, but that doesn't mean there aren't other good options. I like the ones that you can also engrave the word into. So you literally like etch it in there. I think those are cool too. I'm just not a huge fan of the capsule ones because of how difficult they are to view my seed phrase once I've got it in there. Teach me how to Doge. Which hot wallet would you recommend for any quick transactions? I mean, any of the popular reputable ones, MetaMask, Rabby, Phantom, any of those work. Will the Trezor Safe 7 multi-coin get more choices than they already have? Maybe eventually, but it probably won't be for a long time, for at least several months, if I had to guess. But I'm sure there will be maybe one or two more colors down the line. Yeah, exactly. Phantom is a good option, like Rico says. Train Man, thanks for your insight. We'll go with Tangent and migrate my funds off Coinbase and stages. One last question. Does it cost more to migrate a large amount of money in small amounts? Well, so it doesn't matter. The transaction fees aren't with most networks aren't based on how much crypto you're sending. That's really just what network you're using and how busy that network is at the time of the transaction. So if you are doing a bunch of small transactions, you are going to pay more because you're doing more transactions versus if you just did one transaction. So Hudson says, "Are you on Instagram?" Yeah, Cyber Skrilla is on Instagram. I'm not super active there, but I do get on there, you know, every once in a while, maybe once a week. So yeah, I am on Instagram. I'm also on X, YouTube, and Facebook. Ninja says, "Thank you for the information." Absolutely. But yeah, I will say this. I will say this. I will say I'm super excited for tomorrow's deals. I think a lot of you are going to be excited too once they are announced. And I will be the first to announce them. At least I'm going to try my best. And again, I will have the best deals. So if you've been waiting for any other brands, can't say specifically which one, but if you've been waiting, stay tuned because tomorrow is going to be fun. I'll say that. Also, make sure you're watching the YouTube, the community tab, the community posts that I make. I've been posting the sales every single day on the community tab. So I'll usually post first there, and then the live streams will come later. But yeah, tomorrow, Friday, November 21st, day 4 of the Black Friday deal. Super excited for. So stay tuned. I'll see y'all tomorrow. God bless and peace out.